This time, some glorious sailing. Great locations, fantastic company, made some new friends, caught up with some old friends, and avoided a southerly.
So it was pandemonium. Everyone was trying to get their boats out really quickly. Welcome to St George's Basin. We've come down to Basin View boat ramp. We've got 8 boats. It's meant to be somewhere between 7 and 8 knots today. So we're going to be down here for a few days. Met a few people on the ramp that came to say hello, who follow Raid Sydney, even though they don't have boats, but that's okay. Anyway, so it's a good little breeze, so should be a nice day on the water. So that's Basin View boat ramp at the top of the lake. It's only a small boat ramp. Can be a bit interesting when the southerly exit blows you straight onto the ramp. Not impossible, but interesting. Chris has got a new rig on his Bay Raider, so he's got more ropes than the mainsail. And he's also sporting a spinnaker. Mind you, it might be a little too strong for a spinnaker, but we'll wait and see. I've got a new sailing hat. Might look a bit dorky, but it's a Legionnaire's hat, so protects your neck a bit better.
We decided to go between the 2 small islands and the township of St George's Basin.
So we just got through between the island and that jetty. It was only about 3 foot deep. These all look like private waterfronts.
There, I take it? Sorry, I was on the wrong channel.
St George's Basin's about 2 hours south from Sydney, and some of us have been up since 2 o'clock in the morning to get here from further afield. So a lunch stop was beckoning.
So how are you finding the Navigator?
Excellent. Been well built.
And you repainted the hull, you were saying?
Yeah, done a bit of a touch-up job. Put some new sails on it soon. Bob's your uncle.
You put some fancy carpet on, John.
Yeah, for the dog.
All right.
The Oz Goose is a Michael Storer design.
This is Jason's Enterprise, the Jack Holt design. He's had it for about 6 months.
Didn't want to sail into the wind this afternoon.
And Chris's Combi canoe is also a Michael Storer design.
So we just had a nice little lunch stop there at One Tree Bay. We're now going to head down to this sand isle, which none of us have stayed at before. So hopefully we can find it. I think the wind's picked up a bit. I've put a reef in. Beautiful day. So it's about 3:30. A couple of guys have got navionics, so they can lead us things. It's very hard to distinguish the island from the mainland behind it. It all looks the same, but I think it's just over here.
Do you think it's more to the right? It's left of the entrance. I'm going to have to do a couple of tacks to get in there. Over.
The Sand Isle is at the bottom of the lake near the entrance to Sussex Inlet, and it's very shallow on both sides. But we found the inside of the island was very exposed and nowhere really to set up camp, so we moved around the other side.
So it's time for dinner, and tonight, because John wants to know what I'm eating, it's going to be another vegetarian curry, and they are very good. However, I forgot to turn the fridge on, so all day I've been sailing and the fridge hasn't been on, but everything's still very cold, so brass monkey fridge, yeah. Remember to turn it on.
Well, good morning. Had a very peaceful night last night. The wind was blowing, you could hear it in the trees, but we were quite protected here. You could just hear the distant surf, because the sea's over on the other side. And you could just hear the rumbling of the waves. We didn't have a fire last night because there was nowhere really to light a fire. So we had quite an early night, really. So quiet here, it's fantastic.
Mark, you've got a seat on your stand-up paddleboard.
It just clips on, so with webbing straps.
Yeah,
And this attaches to the seat back.
yeah.
So you get it at the right length, brace yourself, and it means it's not putting pressure on these D-rings. All the pressure's between here and here. So you can use your cord and paddle. It's not as fast as a kayak, probably. It's manoeuvrable. A lot more manoeuvrable than a kayak.
What did it cost and where did you get it?
$180 on eBay for the paddleboard, $100 for the seat, and $30 for the brace. On eBay or Amazon.
Yeah. Oi, get out of my food.
The local Willy Wagtails came to
Wait.
say good day.
Get out of my food.
Or maybe they were looking for breakfast.
Hello. You're not scared of people, are you? Did you have a good night, Chris? I saw you both, Chris. Did you have a good?
Great night's sleep.
And I did too.
Yeah, I meant in your hammock.
Yes.
Yeah?
I reckon I had the best night I've ever spent in a hammock.
It was so quiet,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Quite. I was lying there going, oh, the surf's quite loud because it's only over there.
There was no surf. No, it was a good sleep. I had a great sleep.
Yeah.
Other than I think I did wake up at one point with the moonlight.
You're just doing a bit of house cleaning, are you?
I am. Well, yesterday I took aboard that bag of firewood
Yeah.
Dave brought,
Yeah.
and it was full of ants
Oh.
and full of dirt,
Oh.
which is fine, except I got bitten on the finger here, which is still a bit swollen. It's still a bit swollen.
Oh, we're tough raiders, aren't we? We're really tough.
Gashed my hand and got bitten on the finger by a big red bullhead. I was trying to kill them and remove them from the boat and lose my mate at the same time. And then the bag fell over into the bottom of the boat, and that kind of disturbed the ants even more.
Oh, God. But you did have a nice day yesterday.
But I did have a great sail yesterday. I did have a great sail.
Chris is hopeless. Tell me about this quite clever innovation on the Bay Raider.
I don't know if it's an innovation, mate. It's been there for yonks, but you've got all the ropes coming back to the to a nice central point where you can single-handedly manage the jib sheet and the mizzen sheet.
And it's got the rollicks over the top.
Rollick over the top, yeah, that's symbolic.
Hello, Georgie. I had a willy wagtail come and visit me this morning, looking for food in the cabin.
Is that right?
Yeah. Did you have a good night? It was quiet.
Yeah, I laid on the bed and I didn't wake up at all.
Yeah? Oh, well, I woke up a few times, but yeah, no, it was
They
good.
could have sunk and I'd have gone down with it.
Yeah. So these are the two Haswing.
They're Haswings.
Haswing.
They're Protrua G. The G stands for a gearbox. They only weigh 8 kilos.
So that's where we were last night, just behind that sort of little sandy spit of an island. Very peaceful actually, because we're out of the wind. We've just come out for a sail now. We're going to do a bit of exploring. It's probably 5 or 6 knots already, I would say, and it's about 9:30 in the morning. The clouds should burn off in a bit. It's meant to be a nice sunny day. Chris has got his Jenica up on his Bay Raider 17. Yeah, it's a good 5 or 6 knots through here. There are some stronger gusts, maybe 9, but yeah, nice little sail. Wish the clouds would break up a bit. I think this is Old Ural Bay, just up here. See Mark over there in the Gem 550. His centreboard's on the bottom. We've got to try and get off. Should be able to sail off. Jellyfish everywhere. Never seen so many.
So for lunch, we headed over to Palm Beach, which is on the end of Sanctuary Point. We were going to spend the night here, but there was too much weed on the beach.
John, what were you saying?
Tonight I'll be having Ben's original protein with lentils, turmeric and brown rice. Vegetarian, of course.
I don't sound anything like that. So was that a great sail or was that a great sail?
That wasn't
Go Dinghy Cruising.
I knew he was going to say that. I knew. Was it a good sail?
Cracking good sail.
It was an excellent
Cracking sail. Cracking sail.
Cracking sail.
Cracking sail this morning.
And what are you eating for lunch there, Chris?
I have a mixture of 4-bean mix and tuna.
Right.
Tin tuna and some kettle chips. Thank you, Paul.
Oh.
It was a shame about the weed on the beach. It had obviously washed up in a recent storm, but we couldn't have a fire here anyway because it's a public park. But I was keen to hear about Steve's experiences on the Tarway Naniga raid down in Tasmania before this year's Wooden Boat Festival.
It is a bit of a cruise, but I tell you what, the people at the Living Boat Trust in Franklin are just amazing. They're well organised.
So
There were 100 people there. So.
Yeah, but he took his signet down.
Yep.
Oh, that was a nice little lunch stop there at Palm Beach. Not really that protected, even though there's sand there. You sink into the weed up to about a foot or two. So we're going to go to One Tree Bay, which is on the other side, where we stopped for lunch on the first day. Because we know you can have a decent fire there and there's lots of room. So that's the plan. So we're going for an afternoon sail and then we'll head over to One Tree Bay. I've just called Terry because Terry's going to join us to let him know. So hopefully he answers his phone or has it turned on. Well, it's been a fantastic day so far. It was a bit cloudy this morning, but all the clouds have burned off. It's a bit of blue sky now, it's getting warmer. And great wind for sailing. Fantastic day. We're in autumn, so it's crisp at night, but not too cold. Last night was fine. So we're going to go down to Swan Bay. We were going to go One Tree Bay, but we're going to go Swan Bay because there's the wind's going to swing around to the west tonight. Only 5 knots. It's not going to be strong, but be nice to be out of the wind.
Kate Louise, this is Jason on point for the Enterprise from yesterday. Hello.
Hello, Jason on the Enterprise from yesterday.
How you doing? I bought my book down for a bit of stuff.
Well, we're going to go down to Swan Bay tonight, if you're staying overnight. So we're just coming to Swan Bay, and I'm trying to remember where we camped last time. It's over here somewhere.
That looks all right.
So we've just set up here at Swan Bay. It's about 4 o'clock. The sun's going to go behind these trees soon. It's still pretty warm. So it's a good spot here. It looks like there's been quite a few people camping here in the past, but that's okay. So we had a great sail today. Fantastic. All up York Bay. The wind was really good. Dropped off a bit this afternoon, but it was still really good. Yeah, not a drop of rain. Fantastic. And not too busy, and of course Terry came past. Terry's in his cruiser about to run me down. It doesn't matter where you go in the water, there's always some hoon trying to run you down.
That's always Terry.
Now I'm just having a cold beer because I know I've said this before, but the fridge is a really good idea. Low carbohydrate.
Nice afternoon. There is another campsite down there.
John's trying to capsize his Oz goose, just for practice.
Hopefully he didn't land on Mark on his stand-up paddleboard.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Looks like you've done that before, but in a good way.
That's incredible. And it's bone dry in the middle.
I think the hardest part's getting the beer gut over the side.
Didn't even lose my spot in the race.
Just keep going.
If you keep your sail outside, you don't even get drips in here.
Can you do it either side, or you have to do it the leeward?
Do it either side.
Now it's only 5 o'clock, but we're cooking dinner already because it gets dark about 5:30, 6 o'clock. So tonight, because I know you're interested, I'm going to have a nacho mix that my wife made, and I used the vacuum sealer, stored the leftover, stuck it in the freezer. Haven't got any cheese, but I think it's okay, vegetarian. And I'm going to have that with a bit of rice. What's not to like? And of course, we're wearing our Hawaiian shirts because I think we should. Not a bad spot. So there you go, homemade nachos with rice. Well, good morning. The coffee's on. I'm having some muesli with peaches for breakfast. The sun comes up behind these trees, probably not for a while, so it's a little bit chilly, but not too bad. I woke up to the smell of burning gum leaves, and I thought, oh. And then I realised someone's lit the fire, and the woman's just blowing smoke this way. They're just sitting around the fire having some breakfast. And then we'll make a plan to see what we're going to do for today. I'm probably going to stay another couple of days, but some of the guys have got to go back today because today's Sunday, and they've also got to go to work tomorrow. So anyway, looks like the coffee's ready. Did you sleep, Chris?
I slept very well, yes. It was a beautiful still night.
Yes, I know you did. I heard a little snoring in the middle of the night.
Hope I didn't keep too many people awake.
No.
And now some breakfast.
Yeah. Did you have a good night's sleep?
Oh, slept like a baby.
Oh. Right there, Chris. Georgie, bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you, Mark.
See ya.
The Oz Goose launching, very easy. Yeah, that is quite impressive. Seclusion 2 and Seclusion 1. So normally when you see Terry, you see him in his CLC pocket ship that he built. Well, this is Seclusion 2 behind me, which he also built. And then the white one is Seclusion 1, which he built as well. And now he's building his 8th boat, which is the lobster boat. How do you put up with all this sawdust over all the years of Terry's...
I wear a mask in the house.
Is it that bad?
It's not bad, no. No, I make sure he's confined to the dungeon or the garage.
Yeah.
Which he's very happy about.
And what about the noise of sanders and, you know, circular saws and planers and all that?
I'm never home. you're too busy. I'm so busy. Hey, Angie, what are you doing? Show me. Look at me. Why are you doing busy?
Farewell, Paul.
See ya.
We'll see you on the water again somewhere next time.
Okay. So we're off sailing again. It's probably about 10 o'clock in the morning or just past 10 o'clock. So yeah, looks like it's going to be a nice sunny day again. Blue skies. There's a little breeze, 3 or 4 knots at the moment maybe. Might pick up a bit later. And I think there's mare's tails up there, Terry. They look like mare's tails to me, which means rain in 2 days. Terry likes to look at the sky a lot. But it was great to meet him and his wife and the grandkids and the 2 boats that Terry's built. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Well, I have to say, this is some glorious sailing. About 5 knots maybe now. We're out into the lake a bit more. Yeah, beautiful. Blue skies. It's a Sunday, there's not that many people around. A few fishermen, but that's about it. But yeah, fantastic. St George's Basin, about 2 hours south of Sydney. Very nice. I have never seen this many jellyfish. Unbelievable. We've just stopped for lunch and a bit of a swim. I think the wind is definitely picking up. I ran a grand getting in here. It was quite shallow, a few sandbanks, but found our way around. Oh, well, that was a real challenge getting out of there because it's quite shallow. So I put the sails up, the wind would blow me straight onto a sandbank. So then I had to put the sails down, walk it around into slightly deeper water. But of course, when the water's deeper, you can't jump back in because it's too high out of the water. So then I had to find a bit that was shallow enough so I could jump in, but not too shallow so I'd run aground, because I obviously didn't have the ladder in. So I gave my stomach muscles a bit of a workout. Anyway, all good. I'm not bothering to put up the main because it's a good 10 knots out here now, and there are whitecaps. So and we're going along. At least 4 knots with just the Genoa and the mizzen. So I hope Mark can get out because the Signet 20 is a heavier boat. He hasn't left yet. But yeah, the wind's definitely picked up. Makes it a bit of a challenge. Well, it's a bit different from this morning. That's for sure. And it's clouding over a bit. I think he has. He didn't answer.
So it's time for dinner. Just come back on board. And tonight, because I know you're really, really, really interested, I'm going to have dead potato again. Yes, it's been, at least 6 months since I've had dead potato. It is autumn now, though, so it's getting a bit cooler. So I'm going to have dead potato with a vegetarian lentil. It could be lentil bolognese, I'm not sure. Anyway, that's what I'm going to have for dinner. I'm not going to bother with the boom tent tonight. I don't think it's going to rain, so got the mozzie net though, because there were a few mozzies last night. So yeah, dead potato. I'm excited. So there you have it, lentil bolognese with dead potato with onion. And as I have pointed out before, it's a very small frying pan because it does look like a lot. Thanks, Sharon. It's really, really good.
I'm having, Paul,
Yes?
roast lamb and vegetables.
Oh, now that looks very nice.
Appetising.
What is that, homemade? Must be.
Homemade. The wife made this.
Yes.
Beautiful. It's really leftovers, but it tastes delicious.
Yes.
And preparation, just drop it into boiling water.
Yeah.
Cut the top off. I don't even bother tipping it into a bowl these days. I eat it out of the plastic bag. No washing up.
Another tip.
Paul's cooking tips. You heard it here.
Yes. So, Dave, what are you having?
I've got no idea what I'm eating.
What is it?
Could be big maggots or something.
It looks like macaroni cheese.
Yeah, it's a couple of bags of something I put in there.
Yeah.
A little bit of butter and a bit of milk.
Well, good morning. Had a really good night's sleep last night. I think it was because we had a long sail yesterday. There's no wind this morning, but apparently there's a southerly buster coming through at lunchtime, so we're going to have to get back before that, because it is a bit tricky getting on that ramp in the southerly at Basin View. But it's a beautiful morning. Just having coffee, as usual, and I'll probably have some scrambled eggs, as usual. There you go, scrambled egg with cherry tomatoes. I would have added spinach, but I only used it once and it's already all gone off. So, no spinach in this one. And I forgot the mushrooms. See, I did forget something. So we're out in the water. There's very little wind. There's a guy rowing over there, a tinny. I don't know where he's come from, because there's no other boats around here. There is a creek up here, maybe he's come all the way down the creek or something. So the southerly's just gone through Ulladulla, which is about an hour and a half away. There is currently a strong wind warning till late this afternoon. So autumn sailing in Australia, St Georges Basin. It's pretty hard to beat, really. I've had to put the outboard on because the wind is just not coming in to get us back before it changes direction. I just went through a weed bank and all of a sudden the outboard started making really weird noises. I pulled it out and I was dragging about a metre of weed around the prop, which wasn't good. So I just had to pull all that off and stick it back in. So the wind's picked up a little bit now, we're just drifting back to Basin View. So we had a great 3 nights up here, 4 days. Could have done with a bit more wind today, but we had 3 days of great sailing and great weather and good company. So we got back just in time. We were just putting the boats onto the trailer and the southerly hit and it's pretty strong. And of course, so did all the fishermen, and it was pandemonium. Everyone was trying to get their boats out really quickly. It's got to be 15 to 20 knots in the gust, easy. So anyway, thank you for watching Sailing Kate Louise, and I'll see you on the water somewhere next time.